Where does Crow stand now? He's still in charge of
He's doing the narcotics thing, but he's also spending most of his time on Ellsberg, declassification, and the dirty tricks business on getting stuff out.
Is something eventually going to come in?
Yes. I had them in today, Crow out, and we went over a lot of things. Tomorrow I have in the general counsel from Defense, Marty, and the guy from the state, plus Crow to talk about what we have to give a congressional committee. They've been told to marshal all their stuff and bring it in so that we can review it.
Is it now possible? Have we had any success in getting Congress to agree to hand to them?
Well, no, I haven't tried to get them to agree until I knew what we had to give them.
I suppose you're right.
And it's taken this long to pull everything together because the Ellsberg case took this funny bounce where it became pretty clear as they got farther and farther into it that Ellsberg's guilty of what he's charged with, which is stealing the documents and copying, but that he probably didn't give them to the New York Times. But, yeah, well, we think that Gelb did.
Gelb?
Yeah.
From the Brookings?
Yeah. Now that's speculation at this point, and this is something I'll know a lot more about tomorrow after
Gelb had the
sound
papers.
Gelb was on the same team, you see. He was in charge of this project, of writing this.
Did he work for Kissinger?
Now that was Halpern.
Well,
But it's a private, well, he was a consultant or something in there. But the thing is, you see, Ellsberg has this enormous ego to be, and he wants to be recognized as an expert on Vietnam. And he's tramping around the country saying he did this. And that's what's throwing people off. The FBI is very doubtful on this, but the Defense Department investigators are totally convinced that Ellsberg did not feed this stuff to the Times. And so I want to review it tomorrow.
I suppose the Times is delighted with that because they throw it off the track. They're trying to protect Gelb.
Sure. Yep.
Does Gelb know we're looking into him?
I don't think so. Now we have a break on Brookings.
Good.
Gordon Gray is a trustee of Brookings and is going on the three-man executive committee. And he's working with us.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, he would be a patriot, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
I've talked to him. Krogan Young has spent a lot of time.
Does he know how desperate and political it is?
Yes.
I don't mean the Pentagon people, but Brookings.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
He didn't know when he went in there, apparently, or he wasn't aware of the ramifications of it. But he's now, we made him aware of some of the things that are going on there, and he's going to work with us. And he is feeding us information as it comes to him. So we do have one inside man there. I've used your name and talking with him, and probably you're intimately familiar with what he's doing for us and all this stuff. And so
We'll try to bring him in sometime. So we'll pat him back.
Next time is a Foreign Intelligence Advisory Board.
Yes.
If you keep him afterwards,
Right.
Why?
Well, you'll remind me.
I'll set it up. So tomorrow we'll review all this stuff. We try to do. We had one little operation that aborted out in Los Angeles, which I think it's better that you don't know about. But we've got some dirty tricks underway that may pay off. We've planted a bunch of stuff with columnists, some of which will begin to surface shortly, I think, about some of this group, about Ellsberg's lawyer, about the Bay of Pigs. Some of this stuff is going to start surfacing.
With columnists that are somewhat respectable.
Yeah, Terhorst and people like that.
Good. Good.
We're running into a little problem. I got to talk to Helms about getting some documents that the CIA had on Bay of Pigs and things like that, which they would rather not see out. Well, it's a challenge.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
They're very sensitive. Helms was the operator for CIA.
Well, it isn't.
Yeah. Helms. That's what Alan Dulles was the head, but Helms was the operator. So so Helms knows everything about it. And on this too, you don't, Henry's sort of an ambivalent position because so many of the people involved here are frankly closely associated with him. You know.
Well, that's one of the things that we keep bumping into in this thing. That they former students or consultants or friends or something like, you know, Ellsberg in his house and so on and so forth.
Much closer to the group.
The assassination, the Diem episode is on ice for the moment until the Vietnam election.
Yeah, then let it go.
Then we'll let it go. Let that go.
What do you mean? That's a good one.
Yeah.
But and as I say, public figures must expect this. It's rather curious, though, when we have the power. I have any question of all are we using it now to investigate contributors, computer companies, contributors, Muskie, Jews, you know, stealing and all the rest. We don't, you know, they have really tried to crucify old Lewis, Bob Aspinall. I mean, while we've been in office even. Bob Aspinall, and John Wayne, according to Paul Keyes, after 1964, he did one stinking commercial with Go On, of course, with they have made him a goddamn martyr. I don't, what the hell are we doing? I don't know. You see, we have a new man over there. I know the other guy didn't do anything, but...
Oh, you mean at IRS?
Yeah. Why are we going after their tax returns? You know what I mean? There's a lot of gold in that. You remember in 1962, you remember what they did to me in California? Right, the little sons of bitches came out. I find out they owed me more money that I returned. So circumstance. I'm just curious. I don't know.
That's all Mitchell's guy.
Yeah.
And when I see Mitchell tomorrow the next day, I'll take him.
I can only hope that we are, frankly, going a little persecuted. Right? We ought to persecute them in their trust. You never know what's going to have a chance. Right? And on the IRS, are we looking at the Muskie's returns? Does he have any? Hubert's been in a lot of spy deals.
Yes, he has.
Teddy? Who knows about the Kennedys? Should they be investigated?
They're not their person. IRS-wise, I don't know the answer. Teddy, we are covering personally. When he was on holidays, when he stopped in Hawaii and his way back to Pakistan.
Did you do anything?
No, he's very clean. Very clean. Be careful now. He was in Hawaii on his own. He was staying at some guy's villa, and we had a guy on the river, and he was just as nice as he could be the whole time.
The thing to do is to watch him, because what happens to folks like that, who have that kind of problem, is that they go quite a while and break over.
That's what I'm hoping.
I don't think he would break over what he was trying for the big thing. Generally, they don't. Oh, Jack was getting careless.
This time, between now and convention time, maybe the time
You mean that he would be under great pressure?
he'll be under pressure, but he will also be out of the limelight somewhere. Now, he was in Hawaii, pretty much incognito, very little staff, and played tennis, moved around, visited with people, and socialized and so on. So you would expect that at a time like that, he might catch him. And then he went up to Hyannis, and we got an arrangement.
What must be is kind of like
Very cloistered, very monkish. Yeah, big family, got 6 kids. And very ordinary family life kind of setup. Teddy, we were over on Martha's Vineyard last week, And I'd never seen that set before, that Chappaquiddick to Edgartown ferry. That is a very short swim. Having seen it now, I would bet he swam that night. I don't even see why they could go a bridge across there. Very short distance. And it's no farther than from here to the West Wing. And not a bad tide the time we were there. So it was quite interesting. I took some pictures of it. It was amazing how short a distance it really was. But we do cover him when he goes to Hyannis.
He will never leave that town.
No, I don't think he will.
Not that one.
I think that'll be around his neck forever.
Remember, his wife got divorced. Divorce?
Yeah.
And the rock stars say, most people forget it. They say, oh, well, that figure or something on that wife.
Well, it's forgotten. Nobody knew he had a first one.
Raised him, he's got happiness.
But this thing has a geographic identity that's interesting. And they tell me that the business on that ferry has tripled since this accident. People going over to look at the bridge to go along. He's getting into the folklore. Yeah, Timish had that in the column.